Hello YouTube, hope you guys are doing great. Welcome to the stage 3 of the special video tutorial series wherein I guide publishers like you eventually become GAM resellers. So my job is to actually equip you with all the tools and tech that you might need to become a GAM 360 reseller. Becoming a reseller or not, that's actually a different thing. And not all of the publishers watching this video will be able to become a GAM reseller. Now, in this stage 3, I'll help you with the process of setting up your Google Ad Manager account. And this step lays the foundation of everything that is to come along. Now, this will be the same account that will be used to upgrade to your GAM 360 account. While creating your Google Ad Manager account, I'll help you understand and answer some important questions like, what exactly is a GAM account and do you really need it? And why do you need it? So people aren't aware of what Google Ad Manager account is and they simply get confused with, what's AdSense, what's Google Ad Manager, and they get confused with these technical jargons and they think that, simply using Google Ad Manager will help them make more money. So that is not the case, guys. I'll help you understand what's the purpose of Google Ad Manager. That's an ad server to manage all the ads on your website. Now, once you're aware of these basic things, we'll be covering what's needed to actually create a Google Ad Manager account. So I'll cover all its prerequisites. After that, I'll be covering what doesn't work with Google Ad Manager account. So there are certain things like, if you have an AdSense approval on YouTube, so this will not help you in setting up your Google Ad Manager account. After that, we'll be setting up your Google Ad Manager account and I'll assist you in the process of doing it. With that said, let's jump into the stage 3 and get started with actually answering these important questions. Now, if you have watched my video and you haven't still subscribed to my YouTube channel, I'll recommend that you like and subscribe to my YouTube channel and keep on getting such valuable content in your feed. With that said, let's get started. Now, first and foremost, what exactly is a Google Ad Manager account? Now, Google Ad Manager account is an ad server that is used to manage more than one ad networks on your website. So what do we mean by that? So if you only have Google AdSense as your, monetization source, so I would not recommend that you switch from AdSense to Google Ad Manager because your earnings are likely to remain the same. However, if you want to add in more ad networks and you want a place to centrally manage all these ad networks, so you want to add in AdSense, you want to manage your direct ads, maybe you want to add in a network for outstream media, you want to manage header bidding, and all of these things, if you want to manage together, then having a Google Ad Manager account makes sense for you. Now, Google Ad Manager account in itself will not pay you anything, so you don't get any more money with implementing GAM account. What it does is it helps you manage all your ad networks together, and so you're able to collectively make more money by implementing all these different ad networks and different ads. So it's very important for you to understand, if you simply have Google AdSense, don't just switch to Google Ad Manager and think it will help you make more money. Now, answering the most important question, what do you need to set up a Google Ad Manager account? Firstly, you need an AdSense approved website that is ready to show AdSense ads. If you have that, it's all good and you're all good to get started with setting up your Google Ad Manager account. Now, another important question comes in, what to do if you need to set up a Google Ad Manager account for an app. For app, AdSense isn't available. So how do you tackle this scenario? You can do this via two approaches. Either you should have a front-facing website of yours that should have AdSense approved, or you can actually request for an ad exchange MA or MI account approval. Now, if you have like AdSense MA or MI account approval from a particular reseller, you will still be able to set up your Google Ad Manager account. So this is a hack that you can get your Ad Manager without having your AdSense fully approved, provided you have an invite from a reseller. Now, I'll be covering what doesn't work with Google Ad Manager account setup. So, if you have your AdSense approved for YouTube, this will not work with your GAM account setup because this is an example of a hosted account. Also, as I mentioned, if you have an AdMob account and you're not using AdSense or a website, you will not be able to set up your Google Ad Manager account. The third thing is your AdSense should be fully approved. If it is in status other than ready, it simply doesn't work. So kindly ensure that your AdSense is fully approved and it's serving ad. So you're all good to get started. Lastly, please don't go in with AdSense approvals on a hosted website. If you do that, if you're using blogger websites, it is again very difficult for you to actually get a GAM account. Now, some people might say that they have been able to do it. I strongly recommend that you have your AdSense approved on your own domain, not on a domain of Blogger or any other hosted domain like WordPress or GoDaddy. Now, with that said, we'll get into the process of actually setting up your Google Ad Manager account, and I'll be presenting my screen and we'll get started. Now we are logged in into a separate Chrome person, as I mentioned to you in my previous video tutorial of setting up AdSense. So this was actually for setting up your Google Ad Manager account, and it's very important that you actually have a separate Chrome person. If you don't have this, then you're likely to encounter issues. So what we are going to do is we're simply going to actually navigate to admanager.google.com. Now this is the screen that you actually see. So what you should do is you should actually click on Get Started in here. After clicking on Get Started, you'll get a screen that looks something like this. I recommend that you select this first option, because if you select any option other than this, you'll not get your Google Ad Manager created right away, and you'll get a prompt wherein it will say that Google will reach out to you. So to get started with creating your account right away, select this first option. Now select the monthly page views. So this is actually, you can select in and provide your actual numbers. Now on why are you actually looking in for creating an ad manager account? For that, you can select the following options. The central place to manage all the, monetize different channels on our website, a platform to manage direct deals, a platform to manage, third-party network competition. So this is all fine. Do you have an AdSense account? Kindly select yes. Now you can select what industry does your business fall into. I am selecting blogs and informational because this is the type of my website. Now in the region, let's select a region. I'm selecting Asia and clicking on Save and Continue. Now, if you lead up to a prompt that looks something like this, you're all good. If you click on here, you will actually be, navigating to a screen that will allow you to actually set up your Google Ad Manager account. So kindly follow along and please proceed to set up your Ad Manager account. Once the Ad Manager is set up, you will lead to a screen that looks something like this. And this is all it. Your GAM account is all set up and you're all good to actually get started with your monetization journey.